if you can recall sharing where Meraki was revenue-wise on a monthly basis back then to we just hit in Black Friday and over the course of the year.
We're almost doubled right now from where we were before. I mean, we're in six-figure territory, but now the running year total is jumped up to multiple seven figures. So bringing you almost, smartest decision. We just crossed 2 million for the last 365 days, and we were nowhere near that a year ago. And we have one paid ads channel, and that's Google through Jordan.
Here with Lance from Meraki. How you doing?
Doing good, brother. How are you?
Yeah, good. Thanks, man. Thanks for jumping on. Just quickly before we go into a bit about yourself, Meraki, the background of the brand. We started working together nearly a year ago now, around January 2024. Do you mind, if you can recall, sharing where Meraki was revenue-wise on a monthly basis back then to what we just hit in Black Friday and over the course of the year?
Yeah, we're almost doubled right now from where we were before. I mean, we're in six-figure territory, but now the running year total is jumped up to multiple seven figures. So it's doing really well. Bringing you almost, smartest decision.
Amazing, cool. So tell us a bit about yourself. What was the situation that you had with Meraki back in January? A bit about the brand as well, a bit about your story. Just kind of go into the backstory of it all, and then leading up to January this year and when we started working together.
Yeah, so we were completely organic. We had no paid traffic whatsoever. I wanted to get into paid traffic, and I didn't know which sales channel to go through because you have 90 options. We do TikTok, are we going to do Google, YouTube, etc. And then we weren't really tapped out on the organic traffic, but you always hit plateaus. And I knew I wanted to build the back end. So you reached out, actually, sent me the most in-depth Loom video I've ever seen. And I was like, we're going to try this guy no matter what, because it's a win-win. And on top of that, the way that you structured your offer was beautiful. So we tested you out and it was amazing. Immediately we started climbing how much our ad spend was just because of how profitable it was. And it was beautiful waking up knowing I have to go on Twitter. I have to make a video today. And we have back end revenue coming in through you. And the other thing is, I'm a rookie when it comes to paid advertising. So I wanted to learn as much as I could. And you send me in-depth Loom videos nonstop. So there's no questions of what's going on. And you're just working. You're showing me every step of the way. And the method behind the madness. And it's congruent to the growth. And it makes sense.
Yeah. In terms of the goal that you had with Meraki around that time, it's probably still the same goal now. What was, you were basically capped on organic, and paid ads has, still continuously been like a bit of a thorn in our side when it comes to other platforms. Not Google. Google's been the same throughout the whole time. Yeah. What's been blocking you from achieving them, and kind of how's that been able to be mitigated by the stuff I've been able to do, stuff we've been able to do over on the Google side of things?
Yeah, because Meraki is not only are we just like a supplement company, so you're under scrutiny for consumables. We're anti-malaria medication that is being used by biohackers. So the obstacles that we have are not normal to a normal vitamin C, liposomal magnesium company. Like your big, like even just regular powders or even blend supplement companies, we are towing the line on a lot of things. So we have to be very careful about the way we move forward. So the last year, as you've seen, you knew how to navigate everything perfectly. So you got us in. We still have troubles with strikes, of course, but you handle it well, and we're not banned. Every single other platform that we've tried paid ads on, we're banned. So that is the big thorn in our side, and you are navigating it. So we're never taken down. We're not shut down. We're still getting that traffic, and we're still making revenue. Like, there's still wind in the sails, whereas every other sale right now is just on fire. And so we're working through that.
Yeah, I distinctly remember I was flying to Korea. I got to the airport, checking at like 5 a.m. I opened up my email. I was like, "You're banned." I'm like, "Okay." And then got it. Like I DM'd Vance and be like sorting it out, and then got it sorted. Like a couple hours later, like maybe like an hour or two later, DM'd him. It's like, "Yeah, it's sorted," and he's like, "Bro, like it's already done type of thing." Yeah, which is awesome. So yeah, it's just about navigating.
The same day we got banned off Amazon as well.
True. Maybe it was a hit. You never know.
I'm telling you.
I reached out to you over Twitter, sent over that audit. If you, out of everything that kind of got you to want to start working with us, what was the one thing that kind of pushed you over the edge and ultimately allowed you to jump in?
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not hard to push over the edge. I shouldn't say that out loud, but I'm more of a hey, you can bleep it, but a fuck around and find out, because you can't find out without walking a path. So when I see 7 paths in front of me, I won't sit there for 2 days and decide which one's the best and go off gut feel or anything. I'll pick a path and I'll walk it. The way you presented the offer, I mean, it just made sense. But also that, just seeing your work too. Like, I mean, you explain everything. There's no guesswork. You know what you're doing. So it was a real easy decision for me to at least give you a try. And then if it didn't work, I was planning on dumping you in a month or two because it didn't work. And it's no hard feelings. It's business. Like, we're here to actually grow. You grew like massively. It was no questions asked. I was like, beautiful. This is one of the best things I've ever done. Now you're part of the team. You're working with everyone else. That's the other thing too. You're a great team player. It's like if you hire an agency, the agency does whatever. No, you're in the Meraki calls, even though you're your own separate entity. You're not really, you're a part of the team, even though you're not. And you're making calls. You're working with people. So our SEO guy's working with you, and like, it's just beautiful. I see the synergy and I see how you're willing to help grow, and like you are willing to put Meraki on your back, and that's killer. So everything that I kind of thought would happen, and I was uneducated on it all, so it's like I can't make an informed decision, actually did happen though. So you were good to your word.
Amazing. It's good to hear. So we jump in, we start working. First 30 days, if I recall, we hit, close to like 25K, 28K, just an additional revenue just in the January. Over the first 30 days of us working together, did you have to like help out at all? Like what did you, like how much were you involved?
I just checked Shopify. It was pretty cool. I was like, all right. And then I wanted to see the Loom videos. So I checked the Loom videos to see what you're doing. And then like, even then it was pretty complex. I was like, all right, I can figure this out. But we have so many other fires we're trying to put out. So I always said like, all right, I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna learn this from him. I can do it myself after, even if I want to. And you're handling it so well, there's no need. And like, it's kind of on me, but there were so many fires to put out that you were just coming in, generating revenue and showing me how it's done. I was like, man, this guy's brilliant. So
yeah. And like, what ultimately stopped you from kind of doing this yourself? Like I could show you like the Google and Loom stuff, maybe hand it off, but like, is there anything that's in particular stopping you from kind of running the ads yourself and doing the marketing? Because like, just to elaborate on that, like for ecom, marketing is one of those very core skills. Like if you don't know how to market your product, then you don't have a brand. So when you have an agency who's working with ecom and in ecom, you're competing with someone who should be as competent as you at that thing. If not, you're just like actually significantly better at this particular channel, right? So could you elaborate a bit more? It's like, I have full trust in you that you could, you know how to market your shit. But when it comes to like Google specifically and the work that I do on the back end with the Google stuff as well, could you talk me through about like, what's stopping you from just like kicking me out, taking it over, that type of thing?
No, I have focuses on other areas, and you're handling that so well. There's no need for me to divert my attention and my energy into that. When I have somebody that is generating profits who does it better than me on top of that and is a part of the team, I can go focus on other fires, bigger things to worry about. But that's why 100% I would keep you on board, And I mean, obviously you could argue like, well, I could, but generally in a year, if I kick you out, Meraki doesn't do as good as it would by keeping you on board. It's the same thing when you go to the gym. I can work out or I can throw punches even. Like I come from professional fighting. I'm still professional fighting. I go in and I hit the bag. It's cool. And I can do this myself. I can throw limbs myself. But then you get a coach come in and you're like, they're a little bit better, at this than me. I'm just going to worry about my fight, not worry about my training camp and my nutrition and everything else. So you take the load off, you do it way better, and you amplify my voice. Not that I don't know how to market, but you know how to take that marketing and then direct it towards where we need to go for people. It's a fall in the right ears.
As a founder with an ecom brand, you've also worked with many other agencies just across other different verticals and stuff. You've been working with many other people, many other different freelancers, other agencies. What would you say the main difference is between working with us over here and other agencies that you've tried or still work with now when it comes to not only our results, but also the experience of working with us at the same time?
Yeah, communication and teamwork. You put Meraki on your back and you communicate everything super well. Like we said, like this summer, I was putting out other fires. I can go away and you're good. You're competent as can be. I don't have to watch you. I don't have to manage you, but we can talk and we can make things work. It's like the more I put into you, the better it is. But like at the end of the day, if I walk away and I don't talk to you for 6 months, I have the faith that we are running for 6 months. You don't have to explain anything to me. You could ask when you need stuff, but even then, dude, you pick up what you need to do and you get to work, which I love.
Yeah. Was there anything that surprised you when it came to start working with us?
Yeah, I wasn't expecting us doing as well as we did. So it was just basically how quick you got the ball going, how well it performed right off the bat. Just because we have worked with agencies that make big promises, it doesn't work all the time. No, you kept true to your word. So it was a big surprise. But like I said, also I knew from the moment you sent the video, I was like, this is probably going to be good. So
awesome. And then last question, if someone's watching this now, brand owner or head of marketing, head of growth in their particular brand, and they're on the fence, they're either really meta dependent and they haven't really tried Google much at all, they've kind of just got stuck it on branded, or they've got a current agency in their brand now, they're seeing decent ROAS, but they haven't really checked on it in a couple months, and they kind of got a bit of a gut feeling that something's not quite right here in terms of growth for it. What would you tell them to kind of get them over the fence and jumping and working with demand capture?
Yeah, we just crossed 2 million for the last 365 days, and we were nowhere near that a year ago. And we have one paid ads channel, and that's Google through Jordan.
There you go. That's all you need. Cheers, Lance. Appreciate you. Any last words?
Yes, sir. No, appreciate you.
Buy methylene blue from Meraki. Use the Google link for it. All right. Cheers, guys.